Hello! I'm sorry. I'm a mess this morning. How we doing? Mythalion kicking us off though. Thank you so much for that sub. For 10 months of support despite my scuff. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. How are you today? We have found the new emote, William. Hello, Sarkarius. Veritable. Hello. We've got Sly. We do be mundane. I've got a strong case of the I don't wannas today. Anyone else with me? We just don't wanna. We've got Ravenlord and Cassie. Hello, how we doing? Jesse coming in. Third meeting of the day. Gross. Scott, hello. I think that's everyone. Did I get everyone? How we doing today? I don't want to stand up. That's right, Matt Wood. How we doing? All right, well, we're gonna have to because we have a big boy to paint today. We've got Ushoran. This is for Scott. I kept saying how jealous I was to paint this miniature, and Scott's like, I have far too much flesh eater core. Do you want to paint him? And I said, yes, let's do it. So we're gonna hop on in. How are you guys? What are we up to today? Son of Forest, hello. Argello, hello. Ohio, how you doing? So we've got him in sub-assemblies. Let me back up a step here. We've got the body, we've got the head separate. We've got some of the armor and kind of accessories separate. We have this giant, like, fur cloak separate. This is actually separate too. I had it on for the photo. And then his cloak, which we won't get to today, is also separate, and it's massive. So, that's what we've got today. What are you guys up to? Ushoran, Matt, welcome in. How are you? Nope, that's the appropriate response. That's the appropriate one. Timothy, thank you so much for that sub for 29 months of support. Thank you so very much. How are you today? Let me pull him up on my phone real quick so that I have our reference. And then we'll dive in. But yeah, sorry I'm a little out of it today. I was up too late watching Street Fighter last night. They had the Capcom Cup was last night. Did anyone else watch that? It was pretty good. Pretty good. Aaron says, don't want to do insert almost literally anything that isn't just going back to bed. Yeah. Yeah. Then a car would say, a case of the fuckers. That's where I'm at, Veritable. I just don't want it today. I just don't want to. Legally distinct Elden Ring character? Yes. Yes. Think about, which kill team is it, Timothy, that you've got to, is this for Adepticon? Which one you got? What are you going to be working on? I think you can do it. Just a matter of getting to it. I'm going to go ahead and start with our armor. This is the one that's separate. We're just going to start base coat. I kind of want to get some of this started before we start the cloak, because that's going to be a lot of work on the cloak. So let's just dive on in. The Capcom cap, yeah, that. Matt says, I'm good. And they have my Ushoran, still in its box behind me. Excited to see your work on him. I kept saying how much I wanted to work on him. And Scott picked him up for his army. And then Scott's like, looking at the backlog, and he's like, I can't paint all this. So now I get to. I'm very excited. I need a Ben Affleck smoking emote. Speaking of emotes, I know some of you found him. There is Nikki K Loading is now live. He's gonna get updated. He's gonna get animated eventually. I've just been working on YouTube instead. So I decided to upload him as is, and we'll go back and fix him later, because the loading bars are also a little too dark. But Nikki K Loading now joins... My derpy boy, look at him. Now joins Nikki K Power and No You. So that's my third emote to make. Dee Dee, welcome in. How are you? I know, we got a wobble still. I'm working on it. Silly YouTube takes so much time. How are you, Dee Dee? What you up to today? Sisters of Silence mention? These huge models seem so intimidating. Stoked to watch someone other than me tackle them. The best advice I can give is one little piece at a time. And I know that sounds really simple and really, I don't know. It sounds like not advice, but it is advice. One little bit at a time. Break it down into smaller projects. Inquisitorial Agents, with Sisters of Silence Edition. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a thing for Kill Team. That's really interesting. Wait. It was... If only thinking about it. Oh, got it painted. Then I'd have 0 painted models. If only. If only. Dee Dee's got reorganizing. Oh, in the garage later. It's that time of year, isn't it? It's that time. I thought about it the other day too, Dee Dee. Going well here. Just trying to get kind of started for the week. We have a busy week. Slide's got a meeting. Enjoy. Tomorrow, we're going to work on Chaos Knights. And then we're going to do Power Wash Sim for the 40k DLC. We're going to have some video games tomorrow. We're going to start with Chaos Knights and then Power Wash Sim. Wednesday, we do have a stream. We're going to do, we have a little cozy game all lined up. So I will tell you more on Wednesday. But the sweet people at the Wholesome Games gave me a code. So we're going to check that out on Wednesday. We're going to have some coffee, do some video gaming before I dive back into YouTube work. So we've got a busy week this week. I'm pretty excited. It should be fun. I'm excited to play video games with you guys. Power Washer, it'll be fun. Oh, it's seasonal for you, gotcha. Hey, Warpsmith Chris, welcome in. One piece at a time. Literally my life at this point with the Tomb King stuff. Oh, goodness. What are you on right now? Which piece have we got? Welcome, welcome in. Slam, hello, how are you? So the Power Wash Sim also apparently has co-op. I don't know who's available at that time, but if any of my subs would like to hop in and Power Wash, I think we can make that happen. If it indeed does have the co-op. I probably wouldn't be set up for voice, but we can still Power Wash together if my subs are interested. You good, Slam? Are you also sleepy after Street Fighter last night? I straight up did not want to get out of bed this morning. Just laid there for a while. I'm like, I gotta stream today. Let's see. My camera's a little off. Let me zoom back out a little bit. Oh, there we go. That's better. A little bit. Let's see. Warpsmith Chris has got, the Ashabdi, and then more core units to go. Very nice. Very nice. Anyone else working on projects today? What have we got, chat? I've got Ushoran this morning, and then I'm going to get the Chaos Knights airbrushed, or at least the next one. I don't know if I can quite get to both of them today, but the next one will show. You've power washed IRL, but have never collaboratively over the internet. This could be the time. This could be the time. Well, if anyone is around, and you're one of our subs, and if I can get the co-op working, we may do that. That'll be tomorrow. The game doesn't go up until noon my time, which is like 2 hours into stream. So what we'll do is we'll paint, and then when it goes up, we'll get it downloaded, and then we will hop in. We'll just go until, I don't know, until I'm done, I guess, for the day. Working on Kill Team custom building. I saw the one you posted, Ravenlord. He looked great. Glad that worked out. Kind of how you had in your head. Give him the extra tactical stuff. As I'm waiting patiently for brushes, paint, and minis to arrive in the mail. Space Marine Tax Squad. Gonna do Space Wolf colors, of course. Love it. If you have any questions, let us know. Happy to help. You're doing the 40k colors then? They can be a little tricky, but I can help if you'd like. I actually switched to the Heresy colors for mine, but I think we can get you to the 40k colors. I found they don't use the Fang as much as some of the other chapters do, like their base coat. They're pretty much mostly their mid coat, so that helps a little bit. You spray each other in Power Wash and prevent your partner from doing work? I have no idea, actually. I don't know if there's friendly fire in a Power Wash. I don't actually know. We'll find out. If anyone's able to join tomorrow, we'll find out. 40k colors. Oh, I'm not super clear on the difference. Gotcha. So for Heresy, they have more of a neutral gray. So more like... I was looking for it on my desk. I don't have it. Yeah, more like a darker gray. 40k, they switched to the brighter blue, which I do have on my desk. And that's just some of the chapters change kind of throughout the history of the chapter. So Space Wolves go from the gray to the blue. So mine are in the darker gray colors, but we can definitely get you to the blue. That one turned out well. Now I'm on the marksman. Hardest part is getting the rifle and the arm to work properly together. I lost the correct arm and had to dig through the bit spin. Gotcha. Just a matter of getting everything lined back up. I took my headphones out and I put them on my desk. I can still hear Nikki like she's standing next to me. Probably have my sound up too loud. That's, yep. Well, I'm pretty loud on my own. Probably turn those down a titch. Not so much friendly fire, more like cleaning almost everything and spending 20 minutes finding the tiny specks you miss. Yes. Yes. So I played a little bit of the Final Fantasy VII, like, collab they did. And that's what I ran into. It was really fun and really satisfying until that last percent. And then I just turned like feral trying to find that last little speck of dirt that I missed somehow. You're going over every angle. You're going over every little bit 5 times. Yeah. So that'll be what a lot of the stream is tomorrow, is finding those last little bits of dust. Let's wait on the lighter blue. Okay, yeah. We can get you there, for sure. For sure. Do we have any other? Oh, we've got his rings. I almost forgot his rings. It's not friendly fire. It's friendly water. It's different. Different. Right. Thank you. Thank you, Ravenlord. Anyone else playing anything right now? I guess who is going to be hopping in with Power Wash then? Let me back up. Anyone else interested in the 40k DLC? See what all we get to Power Wash? I think it'll be fun. At least for a little bit. Other than that, I think I'm going to start the Super Mario RPG here this week. I got it for Christmas and I haven't started it yet, so we need to start that. Okay, for hour 2 and the rage spills over, Nikki exclaims, "Forget this, I'm worshipping Nurgle." You know, you put the kappa, but that's probably correct. That's probably how the stream will end, yeah. That's probably a nice little wrap up there, yeah. You're distributing democracy, of course, excellent. We having fun with that? I know that a lot of people are enjoying Helldivers right now. Taking a peek at last epoch, I'm starting another Pokemon Nuzlocke, very cool. My brother loves doing the Nuzlocke stuff. I've not actually done it myself. I know those are pretty popular too. Oh, Saren, hello, how are you? Hey, Matthews, welcome in. It's not real 40k IP unless you finish power washing. They exterminate you for not being good fast enough. What if that's how the DLC ends? Yep, you're done. How are you today? Welcome in. Sir Patty, welcome back in. How you doing today? I was looking at the Gremlinization. One of like 3 people still using Kappa. I do every now and then. When I'm like, oh yeah, I have this emote I can use. It tends to be with like other streamers. Where it's like, yeah, like I can use this and they know that I'm just messing with them. I'm pretty sure I've team killed more than you've killed bugs. I don't think that's how you held that. But I haven't played. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. That's great though. Yeah, I would probably have a hard time with that. I'm a shoot first, ask questions later type of player. Pretty sure my poor teammates would not appreciate that. Alright, get the underside there. Alright, I think the rest of that is also all metallic, but that's a lot. I'm gonna wait on this top bit for a little bit, because that seems like a lot. So it says, I'm okay, fine off being massively sleepy. I think we're all in that same bucket today. I am also just not. I'm just not. So welcome in, Ushoran. Thanks for coming to be sleepy with us. Do appreciate it. Let's see. What else? We can get the silver. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to keep basing out metallics at this point. I think that's a good way to get started. Spilled Paint Pot, hello. Borak, hello. How we doing today? Welcome, welcome in. We are starting Ushoran, and this is actually for Scott and his army. So I'm basically just starting out with metallics and getting things kind of mapped out at the moment. How are you? He's also got these like ropes around him. I think we'll go with black. Keep it simple. Doing good, glad to hear it. I had to explain to another streamer friend that what the kappa meant. They were like, oh, you were being serious? And I kind of tapped on the inside. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that's a bad sign when we have to explain the kappa. Oh no. Things have changed. You know you've been on Twitch for too long. When? When? Norman, hello, how are you? I'm in love with that mini, almost finished. Oh, you're Ushoran. He's a joy to paint. He is so cool. And I kept telling Scott that I was really jealous that he got to paint him and I didn't. And then Scott was like, what if you did get to paint him? And I scooped him up. So now we're going to work on him. So I've got sub-assemblies here for anyone coming in. I've got the body as a sub-assembly, the cloak as a sub-assembly, even his face as a sub-assembly. And we're just going to work on all these different portions and bring them together. So today's going to be a lot of base coating and getting things kind of mapped out. Then we'll dive in on the fun stuff. Do you charge Scott for painting services? I don't, because he helps me with all my building. We just trade these. I wouldn't anyway. Scott was very sweet to let me paint this miniature that I've been wanting to paint. Scott helps me quite a bit. Mostly because I hate building, and he likes building. Building's the worst. Scott, Nikki Gaslight's gotten to letting her paint Ushoran. I mean, I got Ushoran, so whatever. Whatever works. He does have a lot of flesh eater quartz to paint, though, to be fair. And I am now getting closer to my Seraphon being done, which feels real good, man. I did post my little Pterodon riders. If you guys want to check those out, Stream Deck, please. There we go. They are on my socials, so they're on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok this morning. If you guys want to check those out, help me out. They are there. They were really hard to photograph because they're swooping all over the place. But tried my best to get some photos of them. And that's also my February challenge done. Okay, says Power Wash will have two endings. A good, where you're found sufficient at the job, and you have to do it the rest of your life. And bad, where you're just not up to snuff. There'll be a servitor monitoring the water pressure valve. The next poor sod to pick up the power hose. Yep, I think you're exactly right, so curious. I think you're right. Vortex, welcome in. How you doing today? The Paintball says, I'll hire him to build on my Malifaux. It's the opposite of fun and happy times. Yeah. I mean, he's built all of his. And he keeps going back for more. So far it hasn't broken him. Cleaning mold lines is so boring. It's so boring. I know some people really love the build process. I'm not one of them. For me, it's very much so that I can paint. That's the only reason I build, is because I want to paint. Not because I like kit bashing or like assembly or any of that. I want to paint, and that's the only way I get to paint. If I could have any useless superpower, it'd be to instantly clean all mold lines. The single worst part of it. Yes, it's just so tedious. Because yeah, you guys are right. Like, the actual assembly is fine. But it's the going over everything like 10 times to get every mold line. Filling in gaps. It's all that. It's just a pain in the butt, honestly. I just don't want to do it. I got myself as a totally clueless newt here. I can't wait to clean mold lines up stuff. It's going to be so satisfying. I will say, before you dive in, I actually have a video on YouTube. I don't know if you've run into it yet. But I have a video on building plastic kits. So if you want to see some of my tips and tricks, veritable, that's on my YouTube, which I'll throw in chat. It'll be under mini basics, but it'll be assembling plastic miniatures is up if you want to check that out. You can see some of the stuff that I do to get everything together. I did legit commission someone to build like 3,000 points of Dark Eldar. It's a hard service to find, actually. Yes. Most people are like, what color do you want the paint? I was like, no, I like that part. Usually for time, just building is not worth it, is why it's so hard to find. Plus, you've now put them into a position where they're harder to ship. A lot of people don't like to deal with. Where if you're painting it, then yes, it's worth it. Just with building, not usually worth it. I'll check it out, sounds perfect. Yeah, if anyone else wants to check that out, that is on my YouTube. So if you are newer to miniatures, newer to plastic, I'm trying to do some more basics videos. Just for like when people have a question, when they're first getting into things. That was just one of the ones I tackled first. Oh, loving the YouTube content, but thank you. Thank you. We're trying to figure it out. Speaking of YouTube content, the January challenge video is now up. If you guys want to see what everyone worked on for their January minis. And I am in the process of recording for Piccolo, our anime repaint. He's getting his voiceover work this week, and he should be up next week, unless something goes horribly wrong. He should be up next week, along with tutorials. So that is coming soon as well. Well, like and subscribe. You can see those. I feel like I'd be down to commission build stuff. I would need to be a little more detail-oriented to them, but that's like my favorite part. Yeah, for a lot of people, it's not worth it, but if that's your thing and you get a big enough project, I could see it. So like 3,000 points of Dark Eldar, that makes sense. Smaller projects, probably not worth the time to even get it set up, honestly. Hey Ryan, welcome in. How are you doing today? We are working on Ushoran. What are you up to? Getting his little toenails painted right now. Building from plastic is fun for me, but resin models can be tricky. Yeah. And I know, like, I get a lot of commissions that are specifically for resin because they don't want to deal with it. And, like, that's fine because I'm painting them also. But that's definitely part of why I get some more work is resin. Definitely part of it. I'm going to ask chat. I ask this every now and then. You've probably answered this before. Chat, what's your favorite part of the process? Is it the building? Is it the painting? Is it the playing? What's your favorite part? Mine, I feel like, is really obvious. Mine's the painting. What's your favorite part, chat? Okay. Getting his toenails painted, giving the mental image. You're trying to get a pedicure? Yes. A little hole in the wall nail salon? Yes. Getting his, doing the maintenance trip. Alright, let's also get spiky, pokey bits coming off his arm. Go ahead and base the coat those. Play, build, paint in that order. Vapid coming in with building. Welcome in. I would say paint, and then a big pause, and then play, and then build. Paint is like way ahead of for me. But I do like to play. And then building has to happen. Build, play, then paint. Interesting. Favorite part so far is drooling over people's incredible paint on Instagram. My least favorite part is buying supplies. They do add up. The nice part with the supply part is once you're set here, you're good for a little bit. It'll be at that point, it'll be if you're picking up new colors for like new models. You'll be set for at least a little bit, yeah. Hey Demon, welcome in. Converting. Very nice. That is something I am not so great at. I'm always impressed by the people who can. How are you? Do you have a conversion project at the moment? Welcome. Like the people that can see a bit and know immediately where that's from and what they're gonna do with it. That's crazy impressive to me. I don't think that way. There's like the painting part. So the amount of unpainted plastic behind me, one would think it's the purchasing part. Purchasing part definitely quicker than the painting part, for sure. The collecting is definitely part of the hobby. That's for sure. I too am a collector. Yep, Jesse on the same path. Buying. Swiping credit card step, yep. The guy says playing, but if I play a game with fully painted armies, the game's automatically better. Waste of mind, hello. Play, painting a character, painting units, tosses building off a bridge. To be fair, you put yourself in hard mode too, with your bringing in magnets. How are you today? You do put it into hard mode. But worth it. Probably worth it when metas and things change, right? We are working on Ushoran. I've got him in sub-assemblies at the moment, so he's looking a little funky. But we're trying to get base coats and everything started today. I think I'm going to come back with the wash and do a little bit more depth on his arms. But yeah, we're getting there. Butters, welcome in. How are ya? Sometimes GW makes the purchasing bit take a real long time. Kingdom Death during Pandemic took a while to get some of the expansions. Yeah, that is true. The, between supplies and getting everything shipped, it was definitely weird there for a bit. For both Kingdom Death and Games Workshop. Gotta be careful. My collection of unread books and unplayed games tells me I'm gonna have to take it slow on buying minis. Yeah, you can see how well that worked with Will's reaction there. I think, Veritable, if you start now with like your first box, I think you can do it. It's like, don't buy too much more until you finish your first one, right? So you get your first one painted, learn from that, and then eye up the next one. If you start now, you won't end up with the closet like Will's crying about. But he says, I'm good, thanks. Recovering from our wee boy's birthday party at the weekend. So tired but grand. How are you? Good here, just trying to get the week started. Sounds like birthday party went well. Happy birthday. The little butters. Yeah, hope everything went well. If a binding works, you could open a local game store with this collection. If you open that closet there behind me, yeah, you would probably think it's a store. That is where I keep more of my Kingdom Death. There's a whole bunch of Malifaux in there. And then all of my, like, display, like, the busts and things like that are all in there. Yeah, it's all just hiding in there. My favorite Japanese word is tsundoku. The phenomenon of buying books that you never read. I like that. I feel like there could be several words like that. Of buying things that you don't get to. Every gamer's nightmare, the pile of shame. It's tough when you have multiple backlogs, too. So, like, you've got the Warhammer backlog, the Kingdom Death backlog. I've got a Malifaux backlog. It all adds up real fast. Real fast. Part of me wishes sometimes that I was, like, only into Warhammer, like some people are. Part of me wishes that, but we'll get through them. We'll get to them. My wife is most fast reader than I. My library is well read for sure, just not always by me. I might go ahead and start his little face too, because we got some of the same colors. I'll put them here. While they're on the palette here. So then I bought more. Most spiralers. Well, how are those bugs coming along? Let's focus on the positives here. You were painting the other day. How are the bugs coming along? I'm so good at buying things that I then don't do anything with. I have so many hobbies. I'm the same. I can't do anything halfway is the problem. Like, if I get into something, I'm in it. And that's my biggest problem. Bugs mentioned. Oh no, I said the word. Variable's just like a sleeper agent now for her. I said the keyword. No, I love it. I love it. All of the Helldiver people, yep. I rent ebooks from the library all the time, but also I really like to collect things. I really love having physical books. So, like, either going to the library or buying a physical copy. There's something about it, having the actual book in your hand. I also tend to remember it better. I don't know if anyone else has that same thing. Like with the ebooks, I have to really, really be into what I'm reading to remember it. If I'm just kind of going through it. I think it's because I treat it like a computer screen. Which, obviously, a lot of things on the computer you're not trying to keep long-term. You're just kind of skimming through stuff. I think my brain just processes it the same way. Get almost everything GW. Battletech, Bolt Action, and Frostgrave. I don't love Brum at all. No. Well, no. Doing just fine. Sorry, I'm going through this paint really fast. Surprised this doc hasn't summoned Replay. I'm sure here soon. I know Replay's got work. I'm sure. That if I mention bugs again, yeah. I love my Kindle because it feels so distinctly different from reading. I think, okay. Which Kindle do you have? Because I've been considering one. I have a tablet, but it's really heavy, so I don't like to read all the time. Because, like, I can't get in a position where I can comfortably hold it for, like, an extended period of time. I'm considering the Kindle, I think it's the Paperwhite. Okay, that's the one you have, Matt. Do you like that one? That's the one I'm looking at. Because I think between, yeah, the different screen and it being a lot lighter, I think I would use it a lot more. You love it? Okay. I think next time they do, like, a Prime sale or something like that, I might go ahead and... I might grab one. So I want to be reading more, but a tablet's just kind of annoying to read on, if I'm honest. Well, says, my Tyranids are fine, but the Grey Sodies are pretty upset with me. One thing at a time. They can wait. Here's the thing, you're gonna learn so much stuff with your bugs, and then those custodies are gonna benefit from that. Dad Life requires a backlight if I'm gonna read. The backlight's awesome for reading at night. It's light enough that I can carry it with me anywhere. The Kindle looks a lot more like actual book paper, probably easier to see. It's okay. Thank you, everyone, for letting me know. But it does sound like I need to pick one up. I think Reaper's managing democracy, shoveling all the snow. I love that you guys have snow and we're in the 90s today. But also I don't love it, because, like, our planet's dying. But, like, it's kind of nuts, the temperature difference right now. It's kind of nuts. Oh, Live Menace. Hello. Let me get my water. How are you today? Welcome in. You wait till Amazon Day or whatever. They have a sale on them every year. I think, yeah. I think next time they go on, like, a discount there. I'm gonna get one, I think. I keep going back to it, which is always the, like, the clue to myself that I need to just pick it up, because I keep going back to look at it. I read in the dark. Oh, and the kids go to bed, yeah. I think it'd be great to take to, like, Adepticon in the car. I use the Libby app to connect to my local library. Okay, so I can check out books that are automatically downloaded to the Kindle. Okay, well, you guys have just super sold me. Live Madness, how are you today? Thank you for the reminder to hydrate. Oh, reading manga on it is trash. I have the Shonen Jump app on my phone that I've been using. I like that. I like it on the phone. Just because, like, it fills the page or the screen nicely and you can flip through. Also, maybe a rattle can of Retributor and spray them all so they're not the Grey Sodies. That might help, Will. Because then they're also ready where you can just grab them and start, like, washing and stuff, too. I think getting the base coat would be a good idea. We had snow. It's going to be, I think, 70 here soon. Then the next day it's supposed to snow again. Jeez. Is this the Bat Centaur one? This is the guy that's, like, kind of hunched over and has the giant cloak. So he's in sub-assemblies right now, which makes him look kind of funky. He is what JPEG and I have been calling the Hamster King. He's got a huge cloak. We've got his face is separate at the moment, so that'll go there when we're closer. But we're just mapping out colors today. How are you? My cup does match Ushoran. I've got a Flesh Eater Court cup. Let's keep working on his face for a little bit. I think that's a good place to start. I'll leave him here so you guys can see. I do think we're going to do a little bit more wash. We need a little bit more depth, and I don't want to change it too much from what Scott's done for the army. Let's just do a tiny bit more. Hamster. Will it be Amazon Kindle integration is great? Okay. You guys sold me. I'll do it. Next time there's a sale, I'm gonna get one. I think it's the camera angle. I forget how small Nikki is until she pulls out a regular size Stanley the size of her body. I mean, it is a big cup, but also I am small. Yeah. I am very small. I'm getting smaller. Have you seen the manly videos that are all over TikTok? I haven't. A girl in the kitchen with her huge Stanley, and then a guy walks into the fire. Oh, yes. Okay. I think I've seen the guy. I don't think I've seen the spray paint. Oh, that's hilarious. Manly. Alright, I'm just thinning down Coelia a bit. I'm getting it right in his eye socket, along his cheeks. Giving a little bit more depth before we start highlighting up. I don't want to go too dark because we're still trying to match the army, but he needs a little bit more. Alright, that's a good start. We'll go ahead and start his mouth. She needs Screamer Pink. Also got the brown near the horns, crown. I don't know what that is. It's also got like a gem. I don't know. It's flesh eater quartz. It could be like body stuff. It's red, whatever it is. We'll get that too. I'm guessing it's the gem for his crown, but I don't actually know. Manga on the Kindle is not good. That's okay. Manga is one of that one. I like having it physical, which is why I have the corner. It just, I like having that art where I can just sit with it for a moment and really appreciate it. Alright, let's get some colors. Let's get cornrow. Let's get, where is Screamer Pink? Screamer Pink. What else do we need, chat? I think that'll work for now. Usually read on the computers because it feels more like I'm looking at art than reading text. Yeah, I think that's my thing, especially with manga, where it's like I want to be able to sit there and just appreciate it instead of just skimming through it and ignoring it. Viper, welcome in. How are ya? We are painting one of Scott's models. So this is for his army. And he's letting me paint it. So we've got this big guy. He's in a couple different assemblies. So this will go here when we're done. I don't know exactly where this lines up, but there-ish. And then there's his face, which we're about to work on. And then he's got a big base that he sits on as well. So we've got different parts, but this is actually for Scott. How are you? Plus the Kindle's in a color screen, so you lose the whole thing. That makes the art so cool. Yeah, when everything's grayscale. Dang it, chat. You guys are making it hard to wait for a sale now. Shouldn't have asked. Dang it. Little gem. A little messy on the bottom. Clean that right back up. There you go. We'll get the inside of his mouth. Get all that started. I'll try and enjoy my lunch break. I'll have a doctor's appointment today. Hopefully all goes well. I hope so, Viper. Hope everything goes well with appointment and rest of the day here. Good luck. I love that we're getting a bunch of Scott's projects 90% done, so you guys can be on even footing. What if I just left yours at 90%? You want to join us, Live Madness? We just don't do decals. They're just gonna sit for a bit. Just for funsies. You know, you want to be part of the crew. You know, if I let 100 plus folks from Twitter follows on Blue Sky, my feed is suddenly, entirely too alive? Did we go too far, Norman? I'm gonna go ahead and paint around the teeth so I can leave the gums. So when we come back and get the teeth, I'll leave a little bit of that pink. I need to get back to Blue Sky. Start posting on there. Maybe I'll post my lizards there today. I feel bad. It's just like another social that I need to check. Like, I wish it would just replace Twitter. And just, I don't know that that's happening just yet. I don't know if enough people have moved over or are using it the same way. Anyone else using Blue Sky? Do we feel like it's I guess gaining more ground? I don't know how else to put it. Pro tip, casually mention to your mom every time you visit that your old Kindle is dying. She'll buy you one for Christmas. I wish that's how it worked. I'm that person. I'm the person where if you say something like, oh, I wish I could get a new blah, blah, blah. That's me. I file that away for months. I already paid for 100%. Yeah, but then you said we could take our time, and I think now is when we take our time. Now when you bully me in chat is when I take my time. Oh, there you go. Scott is giving expert coaching here in the chat. If you ever wanted to do sim racing, there you go, chat. All right, we're going to do a little bit of blending for the brown near his crown. And I want to do this before we do highlights so that we can blend it all in together. The turntables, that's right. Is anyone else going to be doing some hobby later today? Mine's going to be, yeah, just airbrushing the Chaos Knight for tomorrow. Be my goal. If I can get the other one primed, even better. And then you decide when I'm starting the voiceover work. Need to make sure Power Wash Sim's all ready for stream tomorrow. I know my Zoomer of a friend is excited for decal work. You're gonna zoom their decals. If anyone besides Viper can tell what track that is off, just to the direction of your turn, you have an imaginary cookie? I don't remember what you said this week is. Sorry. Can't keep up with all the different leagues. As I do not car myself. Let's see, finishing Company Heroes, working on Kingdom Death. Ooh, the Butcher after work? Hell yeah. I need to. I decided for Gorm, I'm just going to do a real basic base. So I just got some texture paint down. But I need to... Guess I should prime that today with that other knight. I'm glad you said that. I will do that. Alright, there's that. What else have we got? Still got stuff drying is the difficult bit. I don't want to start highlighting just yet. Does that mean it's time we just start this massive thing? I think it's time. We just start base coating all this. The same color we just used, so I feel like, what's on the palette? Let's just go nuts. Riot, hail boop, hello, how we doing? Vaccine, Millennium, and BK last Friday. Not showing what's in them hurt. I'll just wait for... I've got the rest of Gamblers just to get through, so I'm not even worried about it. When they're up, they're up. Riot, thank you so much for that sub. I really appreciate that. And at tier 2 for 43 months of support. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. You now have a new emote, Riot. Nikki K loading has also been added. You guys missed that new emote drop. He will get updated. We're going to animate him later, but for now, I just needed him up, so he's up. Zeus says, no hobby later for me today, but I'm currently working on Belial. I feel like punishing myself. That's fair. That's fair. Let's see, 5-year mini campaign BK. We perfect for getting locals hyped up for 25 to 30-year campaigns. I wish I could talk my D&D group into playing, but I don't think they're going to be interested. I need to find like a local group that want to play Kingdom Death. About to bully a few of the locals in here to play with me. It's like, all right, every Saturday, you're mine now. And we just play. I almost fully base coded 10 Deathwing Termies during yesterday's stream. I may actually finish a project. Let's go. Hell yeah. What do we think of the Deathwing? Anyone else have Dark Angels we're working on? Got Ushoran, Hail Boop. I know Honor First is working on some. Who else has got Dark Angels? Well, I just base coat a whole bunch of brown here. He's got a bunch. If I didn't have stream today and I was doing more prep, I would have airbrushed this, but that's okay. Veritable Quadri. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. That's going to Matt for democracy. Thank you. Matt, enjoy those emotes. Including my new scuff emote. You guys paint? Yeah, Will. It's a good way to paint. Have some company. You want to grab those bugs? Well, we need to get you a computer. So you can democracy it up. Final Fantasy 14 it up. Let me get you a computer. Yeah, it's like hopping along with friends, exactly. Like when you go up to the game store and you're chatting and painting, same thing. Or at least that's the goal of my stream. That's what I try to channel here. I know a lot of people do more of the like tutorials and stuff on stream. Mine is very much, I just want to hang out and paint. I like to answer questions, but that's not the vibe I'm trying to put out. I'm currently running as many tournaments as I can fit in a list. I played Blood Angels, the Deathwing, just a break from the red. Gotcha. I can't at 14, Nikki, stop asking. Unless, no, I was But what if you played 14 with us? What if you are our paladin tank? Imagine memeing democracy and it not being about Fallout. I don't know. I think Helldivers is more, more in your face about it. Pretty great. I haven't even played it and I've seen all the memes and things. I haven't played 14 in a while. I do love it though. I'm going to pick it back up with the new expansion coming. I tend to play a bunch with the releases and then I kind of let it fall off again. After raiding and WoW for so many years, I can't just keep it going. I'll do the content and then I'll take a break. And then I'll come back when there's new things to do. I'm going through paint like no one's business today. Hold on, chat. I'm just going to leave that cap. No point in closing it up. We Fallout Magic the Gathering now. I think those commander decks are coming out soon. I did see something about that on Twitter. Magic's just picking up everything. Helldivers don't meme democracy. We distribute it with bullets. Take Liberty Prime instead. That's fair. I've heard Helldivers is fun. It's just probably not for me. Legit, after they previewed all the cards, I started previews with 5 other sets. It has been basically one after another, it feels like, here lately. Like, I don't know how anyone keeps up. I kind of get it, because it's like Commander. So, like, you're basically just waiting for the theme that you want to come around, but even with, like, the standard cards, it just feels like so much more, even than when we were just playing. It just feels like they've ramped up to a crazy degree. Having historically people with free time to do all these things. Horizon Toddler Deck. Yeah. Yeah. That was definitely... I've never wanted kids, so I can't say that, like, that's the reason we don't. But, like, I could understand that. I still don't feel like I have enough time to do everything I want to do, so I can only imagine. I still need more hours in the day. Well, I can only imagine. My free time is split between D&D and sim racing and annoying Nikki. Yeah, mine is the same. Annoying Scott. Trying to get silly YouTube figured out. Alright, I think I want to do that same wash on the arms before we dive in here. My Menace says, I build. My perfect Sunday is Nikki painting Imperial Fist while I build more future Imperial Fist. He's loading, so it's the little loading icon. Eventually, he'll be animated so it spins. But I didn't want to wait anymore, so I just went ahead and uploaded what I had. But I made him. My newest baby. We add to the emotes. Eventually, he'll be cool. The loading's a little dark, too, so that left side, it's kind of hard to see the bars. But we'll get there. I just didn't want to wait anymore. Joy Fading Minis, hello, how are ya? Good to see you here on the Twitch. What you up to today? We are working on Ushoran. He's in a lot of pieces at the moment, but starting to get some washes and some layers down. What are you up to? There's a Leonardo da Vinci card for Assassin's Creed crossover. He's as strong as a space marine, yeah. Love it. I keep thinking I should try the dating thing again, but I keep thinking, man, I barely have enough time as it is. I'm gonna have to add another person to my life. Depends if you find the right person. Then you just get to nerd out on stuff together, you know? Depends who you end up dating. I feel like it's something that work to your other person, like I have with my flesh eater core. Yeah, you too can find someone who will. But no, if you find someone to share all the things that you want to do, then it's pretty great. Can recommend. Until they get you, like, stuck into this hobby that you then can't escape, you know? Your famous is working, getting used to the new job. Do we feel like it's a good fit? I'm glad that you found something. Start making emotes for people as a side hustle. It's, if I get good, I would consider it, yeah. If I get good. Ryan says, I successfully painted faces. Even if I did use speed paint. At least I manually highlighted them. Not enough time. Email at work, sitting at a desk, head empty. There are so many things I want to do, and I just need more time. YouTube has been all of my life here lately. I did learn. Last night I was learning how to pan and zoom around. So now my next video is going to be nothing but pans and jump cuts. So hope you're ready. Painting faces is the fun part of minis. I think for like more display stuff, I agree. For just little dudes, Display stuff though, yeah. It is fun to put a little bit more time into the face. Imagine where Nikki would be today if Scott hadn't had a little dwarf on his desk on the fated day, right? Then you'd all be free of me. You'd all be free of me. It's all Scott's fault. Wait, what's up, Rosa? Star wipe? What are we doing? Welcome in. How are you? Yeah, actually, for the last job, I have a lot of processes and procedure identification creation. I have company I'm working for. Oh, needs badly. Okay, so you've got the skills. Bringing that over. I like it. Gonna bring the zoom zooms to video. That's right. My zoom skills. Seconds of more corporate hellhole, probably. I would have lost my mind. Completely. More than it already is. Oh, the cheesy transition, George, like Lucas likes using Star Wars. Oh, okay. I'll work on it. Next video. What'd you have to today, Broso? Next video, I got you. You're saying there's a darker timeline? Are you ready, Methalion? Are you ready? If one day the commissions aren't enough, then I go back to darkest corporate timeline. I don't think I could. I was thinking about it the other day. It's like, okay, well, if things don't pick up and the economy is still doo-doo and I have to pick up something, could I go back? And I don't think I can. Time to focus on work. Sounds good, Matt Wood. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope rest of workday goes well. We'll see you later. Bye-byes for now. Or enjoy the lurk if you're lurking. Twitch is pushing me to spend 300k points. I'm picking your next project. Do you actually have 300k points? I added it, like, a while back. I didn't think anyone was close to it. Oh, you do? Because for the amount, I was like, Scott, how many points do you have? I'm like, cool, I'll go a little bit above that. Broso has them. I likes to lurk. Well, if I think of something in my backlog, then we should be working on Broso. Cash that in. My goodness. Yeah, I didn't realize someone else was close. I was gonna say, because I don't think Twitch will recommend it unless you have the points. That's the only reason I asked. Grimmer says, when I found the transition effects in my editing software, I almost used every single one for switching between clips. There you go. It says, time to move somewhere cheaper. We can all move out to Nebraska. Yabu says, I have hidden manga and stuff on my desk. It's been there for about a year. No one's said anything. I've used the hurry up and wait time to catch up on stuff. That's good. I'm glad when a job will let you do that. Or, like, they don't care. Like, you won't get in trouble for it. I'd have over 350k too if you didn't take 2k from me every day. You weren't paying the friend tax. A tutorial on how to do transitions in video editing. Now everyone will be doing the star transition. You need transitions for the transition, that's right. Is there anything you'd really like to work on? That's not the point of that. That's not the point of that. I can tell you what I have, and if anything sounds neat, you can throw points at it. Would that be helpful, Broso? I'm too much of a good friend. Broso's like, what's the thing you want to work on the least? Sure, okay, so let's see. The backlog. We have Eldar that I need to get back to. There's actually another Wave Serpent that I'm afraid to build. But that's in there. We have Slanesh for Age of Sigmar. I've got some of the bigger things for that, like Dexessa and things like that. Space Wolves, I really don't have a whole lot. I was gonna kind of wait for their codex and see what they get. What else have I got? Tyranids, I have the Norn Emissary. We didn't get to that. I have it built, but we didn't paint it because I was needing a break from bugs. I've got a bunch of Kingdom Death pinups. I've got a few Kingdom Death bosses. You want to see one of the big creepy baddies? You know, something kind of along the lines of Gorm. I've got some more of that. Yeah, it's the fire prism. So the other piece of that kit. Or a pinup, yeah. You could make me build and paint a fire prism. You could. But I'd be screwing up your schedule. Nope, you're good. I would just work it in as my next personal project. All good. Bugs mentioned. Looks at points. Oh, have you got them too, Riot? Oh my gosh. Everyone's just hoarding points. I didn't know. What in the name of all that's holy was a frog baby with the arm mustache? This sweet boy? This is Gorm. He has his anglerfish thingy. He's got his mandibles, is what we were calling it. His hand mandibles. And then he needs his base, which I'm going to work on this week. He is a boss for Kingdom Death. But that's Gorm. Nobody deserves to be building and painting a fire person. Well, I've got to do it eventually. I know Wasted Mind is also saving points for Eldar. So at some point, someone's going to make me do it. Kingdom Death, say no more. All hail Gorm, our beautiful boy. Trying to think if there's anything else that you might find interesting. Tell him it's a new Mordheim, you'll jump on it. I still think, I'm just going to say it, I think Badger should go all in on more time for like his YouTube channel and everything. Just like be the more time guy. Just do it. If you love it so much, if you're preaching about more time, just get on it. Be the more time guy. 100% agree. I think he'd have so much fun with it. Let's do it. Find like-minded more time people. You took away my ability to scare people with the owl. See if it's been hoarding your phone. I'm trying to think if I have something else similar to the owl or Gorm. It's like that extra level of creepy. There is the big spider boss for Kingdom Death. Could work on that. I don't know, I'm trying to think of just things I think Broso might like and want to put points toward. Or if you want to see some of the Kingdom Death stuff, I can get pictures and things to look at. So what pinups do you have? Asking for a friend. I'm the friend. Well, you're in luck. I have every single one from the collections. Not pinups. So I have, if you go to the website, there is Pinups of Death 1 through 5. And I have all of them. Let's talk about this. Oh, I see. There are a few that we will have to do either the Silly Putty Bikini or maybe they're a YouTube video. But yeah, I have everything from those collections. Some of them are already done, so if you pick one that we've already done, we'll have to find another one. But that is definitely an option. There's one you really like, bro, so let me know. We'll get it out. If you have 300k points, you could counter Connie's request with your own. We'll start the bidding war at 300k points. I opened the website in college. I shouldn't have done that. Oops. Well, they can help you pick one out, bro, so it's fine. Whoever is behind you at the moment can help you pick it out. Yeah, it's not safe for work. School is fine. It's different. It's different. It's research. I'm gonna get a few more paints out here while we figure out what pinup we're gonna be working on. Speaking of, well, if you don't have the points, we also have a sub Sunday vote going on. You guys unlocked a sub Sunday. Exclamation vote. If you guys would like to watch me work on some Malifaux or some Titanicus Titans, or what else did I have? Or Eldar, the Wraithseer, was also getting votes. So if you would like to see some Eldar, some Titans, or some Malifaux, exclamation vote. I'm gonna start skin tones here. Not safe for Will. I let me get close. So I always spend my points. Keep giving emotes silly hats. There you go. My open pinups of Death 1, you have all. I have the whole set. Yeah. And then when you open up 2, 3, 4, 5, I have all of them. Because I have the whole box. Yeah. I was a late backer for Kingdom Death, so I have most of that. Yeah. And if we've already done one, we'll just pick another one. But yeah, I think there's 5 different sets that you can absolutely look through. Reapray, welcome in. How are you? It's on the Kingdom Death website. I should have it. There's some weird like promo ones that I don't have. I did sell off some of my older ones just because I didn't care for them as much, and I'd rather have room for the new stuff. But for the most part, I can at least let you know if I have it. I have a bunch. Oh gosh, Jezzy, you're just all meetings today. Good luck. Well, I'm kind of gonna be pinup season, Warhammer season, pinup season, Warhammer season, right? Well, I think last I looked, the Tiny Knights were winning Sub Sunday, so Will might get a win here. But then Brosa's gonna immediately take it away. This is far harder than I expected. You don't have to answer right now, Brosa. You want to take a look? Just save those points so we don't forget. I've shoveled more snow today than all of winter before it. That's pretty crazy, Reaper. I don't know if you saw on the Discord, but we're going to be in the 90s today while you're shoveling snow, which is, I think, the biggest indicator that our planet's dying, but pretty nuts. I am glad you got it taken care of, though. Did you dive feet first into hell? Snow. To manage snow. Yeah, snow democracy is what Reaper's working on today. Squeezel, welcome in. How are you? We are working on Ushoran for Scott. He's kind of at a weird point right now, especially with sub-assemblies. He's looking a little rough without his face. But we're getting there. How are you? He's doing some layers on his skin real quick. Leaving like Coelia coming through in the recesses. Imagine living somewhere that it either snows or reaches 90 degrees. I'll take the snow, please. This 90 degrees in February is for the birds. It just ain't right, is what it is. But then we get like this weird cold front coming through, and then it'll be back to like in the 50s the next day. Texas is wild. I wish you had the flamethrower and the airstrikes, though. That would probably help with a lot of snow, yeah. Yeah. Plus, just cool. It's coldish and rainyish in Seattle today, and every day. Oh. If you guys are wondering, the skin tone that I'm matching, this is what Scott does on his normal duders. So he usually dry brushes. I'm going to be doing layers instead. But layers, see what we got. Looking through the Kingdom Death website, the Lonely Tree looks really great. Would be fun to paint. I do have that. That is built at the moment. I have a lot of the expansions we need to take some time. I was thinking maybe those would be perfect for like the YouTube videos and tutorials. It's like a lot of people working on the expansions. I kind of thought that might be a good idea. Tony, welcome in. How are you? What you up to today? We are working on Ushoran. This is actually for Scott's army. So I kept telling him I was really jealous that he would get to paint them, and then he's letting me paint him. Because he's great. Trying to get some layers on the skin started. Gonna work down to his little feet here for a bit. We have a busy week this week, chat. So tomorrow, we're going to be working on Chaos Knights for 40k. And then we're going to play Power Wash Sim, the 40k DLC. So, as soon as that goes up tomorrow on Steam, we're going to swap over and Power Wash Sim. I believe it will have co-op, if anyone would like to join. I won't be set up for voice, but if you would like to, if you are a sub and you want to come Power Wash, we'll try to get that figured out. But that'll be tomorrow. Wednesday, we have a cozy stream. So I actually got a game code for a game that we'll go over on Wednesday. It's very chill. We're going to have some coffee and play a game on Wednesday. And then I go back into the YouTube work. My triceps are looking quite angular and huge today. You wouldn't paint a pinup this week, right? I've read that Ludba reduces the gains. I heard the opposite, actually. You get massive, sick gains by painting Ludba. You know, because you've done all that work for learning musculature and stuff. So, like, it just translates to painting. You learn the muscles, and then you apply it to the pinup. It's pretty great that way, Will. I mean, basically, for science, we should paint more pinups to learn more muscles. Find you a woman that looks at you the way Nikki looks at Scott's Ushoran model. Warhammer. Badger, hello. How are you? Happy Monday. How are you today? Are you going to be checking out Power Wash then, Badger? My 11th mode is currently 9 on a piece of Warhammer terrain. My plan to get him into the hobby is working. He's doing very well. Yes. An excellent whip from Little Will. Reaper, do you like my loading emote? We were just talking about you, Badger. Broso and I are in agreement that you should just become the Mortime person on no, it's not Instagram. YouTube. Thoughts? And then Mortime, see, that's what I'm freaking saying, Badger. That's what I'm freaking saying. Yeah. I think you should just do it. Just go ham. Just completely ham on it. I think you should do it. You do. You absolutely do. Like, every time it's like content creation stuff, right? It's like, pick your niche. Just like lean into it. I think you would do so well with it, Badger. I really do. I think you should do it. Or at least like, if you wanted to just like try it. It's like a dedicated Mortime day or something. I don't know. I think you should. I think you would rock it. And then you would find all the other Mortime friends. And then you guys can talk about how you think Mortime is best. Yeah. Back was the treadmill. Am I panning back? No, I'm telling him he should absolutely lean into the Mortime thing for like YouTube and stuff. I think you should. That's your thing. Do it. Do it big. Do it real big. We know the more. See, that's what I'm saying, though. Hashtag actually. That's what I'm saying, though. Find the other Mortime people. Just have fun with it. I think you should. How could you? Slam would never, right? Slam would never. The game that isn't supported. But, like, it would be with Badger and them doing it, you know? I don't know. Take it or leave it, Badger, but I think it'd be really good for you. Broso and I have reached an agreement. We think it'd work. He's dipping me. Slam's very good at sipping. Alright, I'm doing the same kind of layer here on his face. And I think we can work on his mouth a little bit more. Let me do that. Now get to green! That's right, we have no say in this, but get to work. I just think it would work. Say Mortime in a mirror 3 times. The one other Mortime person on the planet will appear in your room, yep. Mouse bait. Mouse bait's ready. Walking like the wind in the same spot. Watching Street Fighter last night was the best. That was fun. I'm glad we got to do that. Even though you've now ruined the character I like to play. I'm glad we did. Building this video first. When I turn from Adepticon, I shall get to it. I'm excited to see Badger. I have no idea what the name of some of these pinups are, unfortunately. Oh, the pigs don't have their name on them. If you do like if there's one you really like and you just want to screenshot it or something like that, let me know, bro. So, because that is something you mentioned. Like, what do you want to paint? Something I'd like to do is get through that collection at some point. So don't feel like you're bothering me by sending me a picture or anything. I know some people feel like, oh, I don't want to bother her. No, send it my way. No, I want to see. I just don't understand why Capcom hasn't responded to my emails to comment. I don't either. I mean, we were both rocking it last night. I don't understand why I don't pick up the phone. That's just screaming single words. I don't know. Oh no, I guess you'll have to choose something else. No, you can just send me a screenshot. It's fine. Well, you can save up your own points. Give me to work on something. Evo restream, baby. You put me in, coach. You should charge consultation fees. I should. I absolutely should. I'm really good. Stiff with everything. Ken the shit out of him, that's right. Top tier commentary. Let me see. I saw a Brosa. Ah, okay. I will find her. I also don't know the name of that one. But I will try to find her. Was she in the first set? Do you remember which box she was in? Leaving the first one? Okay, sweet. I will take a look for her. Well, the March challenge, March is going to be Painter's Choice. So, because of Adepticon, other cons, events coming up, basically pick something that you need to work on. And we're going to get it done. So, Painter's Choice for March. I would say still try to find something that maybe is minimal paint, not as far along in the process, just because it's a nice like starting point for everyone. But yeah, Painter's Choice for March. If you guys are looking at challenges, trying to get something prepped for next month, Painter's Choice. Before I forget, so y'all know I'm not trolling. Pin up, baby. Let's go. Bro, so thank you for cashing in your points. I will try my best to find her. Should be in the... just in the box still, so... see if I can find her. We've got a pinup coming. Thank you. Will is very happy about your choice. Attempting to stay in the way of Connie and lewd content is like throwing a rock at a hurricane. Will over here is anti-lewdba, but is in the Discord talking about garters? Will? I mean, Will's also now the expert on VTubers, including lewd tubers, so I don't know. Gotta watch that, Will. I don't know, it's just what I've seen. Just, you know, I won't say anything, it's just what I've seen. Will's got some explaining to do, he sure does. I know what I like and I like them. They're fun. Pinups are fun. Think of all the muscle study we get to do, Will. Think of it. It's actually been kind of fun with the repaints, is doing the musculature, painting around it and exaggerating it. Obviously a bit softer with the pinups, but it's actually kind of fun. It's a phrase. Beast from X-Men says it. If you think VTubers are disconnected from lewd content, I got some bad news for you. That's okay. Will got a little bit of a crash course the other week, and it was fun. A little bit of a crash course. Alright. Where are we at? I think we need to let's do some more, kind of the shading we did on the crown. I'm going to do on the arms as well. We still got the same kind of spiky pokey bits. Leave me alone, chat. I'm a broken man. No. Chat immediately says no. And they will not relent. Did you destroy Will's sense of reality again? Again? No. Well, cool. I'm excited to paint a pinup. Let's go, chat. I'm trying to decide when we would start that. So here's what I've got lined up, and then we can get it worked in here. Next week, we start March for McCraig. Scorched Panda actually sent me some Ultramarines, so I have Ultramarines to work on this year. So I think once we do that and get them all ready for socials, we will work in our pinup. That way it gives me some build time. We get her all prepped. I speak for the chat, the trolling must continue. It's what they do best. You can't stop them. What they do best. Looking at strong muscle ladies for studying musculature for painting. Yes, that's exactly why. Yes. Yes. See? Ravenlord understands. Ravenlord understands. What better way to study muscles than muscle mommies? Clearly they know what they're doing, so what else would I study, chat? What else would I study? We're in Twitch chat. It's all we have. It's all we know. What else do you expect them to do? What did I do to you? I thought I was the pet extrovert. We just like Ludba. There's some magically spherical muscles. Yep. Yep. We tease because of that. It's true. It's true. We just love a lot. Watch the most recent Ray Ripley fight for extras of learning. Saw people talking about it. I haven't actually seen it. But yeah, it's important to gather references. For sure. It's important to get references. And they defy gravity also. Yep. Magical. Magical. Elboop says, I have to paint a biologist for my gene stealer cult. I'm tempted to make this all the vials Baja Blast. Do it. Do it. If you do it for yours, I have this little kitty cat that has potion vials. I'll do one too. I'll do a Baja Blast vial. Why does my camera feel so goofy? I don't know, chat. Sorry if something feels off today. I don't know what it is. I know that I removed the border, and I think that might be goofing me up too. Because I got really tired of cropping it out of videos, so I just removed it for now to see how I feel. Something just feels off today. I would be more concerned the day we stopped teasing you. I was gonna say, the other option is we just ignore you. Which would you like more? Teasing you or just ignoring you? I feel like that's worse. Maybe it's because you no-life esports. Slam, when I went to start stream, I hadn't even turned my paint camera on. We are roughing it today. I hadn't even turned my paint camera on. It's we are hanging in there. It also just feels weird because like tomorrow's planned. We have like the Chaos Knight and Power Wash Sim. Wednesday's planned. Then I'm into like YouTube and I've got my tattoo on Friday. Today was just like, what do I want to do? You know what would make you feel better? Some delicious pagoda egg rolls. Ah, but what hot sauce could I pair them with? What could possibly go with those egg rolls? Hey, Lemmings Beast, welcome in. How are you? What you up to today? Chat seems a little more active today. Let me ask again. Would you like it if I just broke down Embrace Lupa? Is that what you want? Yeah. Yeah. What do we think, chat? Should Will just go with it? It is. It is what we want. In fact, the sooner you can make it happen, the better. Actually, now that you've asked. Yeah. I'm gonna get a wash on our metallics, I think. Doing good today? Glad to hear that. Do you have any projects you're working on? Today we are working on, this is Ushoran. He has a lot of different sub-assemblies though. So we've got his face, body, cloak. The other big piece I'm missing, why I kind of hesitated there. We have this giant cloak, which goes under the fur. So this will actually fit on top of this. a bit later. But I'm going to airbrush that, so we're going to do that a bit later. But yeah, we've got lots of different pieces for him, which is making him look a little funky right now. But we will get there. I'll build a Space Wolf. Which Space Wolf have you got? Making a Baja Blast color swatch with me to take to the store. Always have references. Yeah, we just were talking about it. It's perfect. Always have your references. Only if you officially change your name to, yeah, Abs Daddy Will. Gotta bring it back. Again, for science. For science. Ah, you've got Murder Fang? Love that. Welcome on in. I worked on that one a while back. Space Wolves are my first army, so I've got a fair amount of them. Whenever that codex is on the roadmap, we'll get Space Wolves back out. Well, don't tell us. You've already done it. You're already set for the name change. That's what you're about to say, right? How about those girls? Is that your attempt? Is that how we're starting? Uh-huh. I don't know that I like this. Maybe with some practice. I don't know that I like this right off the bat. You're into that kind of stuff. I have a Lane Raider Crusader, Redemptor Dread, Brutalis Dread to build. What degree of difficulty am I staring down? Let's see. The Redemptor and the Brutalis are kind of a weird build. They're not too bad, though. They're weird when you get to, like, where the hands and stuff rotate. Some of that's a little goofy. The Land Raider, I think the biggest thing is just going to be the gap. Usually in the front, there's a bit of a gap you have to fill for Land Raiders. Other than that, I don't think they're too bad. The treads are kind of annoying, but nothing you haven't done before. Yeah, I don't know. There's different pain points for them, I guess. Let me get some tanks. Oh, and drop pods for the wolves. Yeah, I don't know what I want to add for my wolves. I don't tend to do a lot of tanks. I tend to have like a couple, but I don't go all out on them. Hey, Irvine, welcome in. How are you? We're working on Ushoran. This is actually for Scott's army. He decided to let me paint it up. So today the focus is body. Getting details on that started. I'll save the giant cloak for a bit later. Trying to get the first little bits done. I believe this front cloth also matches the big cloak too, so we'll do that kind of together. Where's my gray? There it is. Abs Daddy Will is dead. Long live Ludba lover Will. Oh no. Oh no. I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, Dune 2 is this weekend? I know I've seen the like premiere stuff they've been doing. That's just theaters, right? Or are they doing streaming again? Yeah. Dune 2. Ooh, adding in a Warhound for bigger battles? Will you have the Warhound just match the Space Wolf colors? Or are you doing something a little different for it? I think if I were to get a Warhound, I would have them match and just like fully wolf it out for funsies. Just theaters, not sure when I'll go to HBO. Gotcha. Oh, the popcorn bucket memes? Yes, I saw some of that. Will says, yes, I sure do find other humans attractive, not just my wife. I think Nikki's right. I think you're under the Ace umbrella with me. If I had to guess. Because I also have a hard time with real people. Real people, ew. Fictional, however. You may be under the umbrella with me. Razor says, I'm gonna go see it next weekend. I like to wait a bit so it's not packed in the theater. But really looking forward to it. It'll be good. I really like the first one. Abs Daddy Will Ludbard is welcome in. You've been summoned. How are you? Can't believe you changed your name that quickly. That was quick. It's back. Ew, people. Yeah. Yeah. So I understand. I know we meme a bit, but I do understand. How do you get what you have? Sorry, how do I get what you have? I'm so glad we have both of your alter egos in here. So nice when you can get together and chat. Good to see, you know. Healing is happening. Look deep inside. You shall find me within yourself. Look at that. Prepping yourself up. I love it. We love to see. Yeah, his chat just sent me the schizophrenic dive into the shattered mind of Will. I'm here for healing. I'm here for it. I need my paint pokey before it gets too crazy. It's getting out of hand. Yeah, now there are 2 of them. Well, wake up. We've been trying to contact you. You have access to, value emotes. Just spam those. Spam them. Rogue Wolf, hello. How are you? Let's see. I have a Land Raider Crusader, 3 Predators. 1's a Destructor, 2 are Annihilators. Stormwolf, Razorback, Layman Rust Exterminator. For one, we could take one for the wolves. If I got an Imperial Warhound, I would have wolfed it up also. I think it would be fun just to go full on wolf with it. How are you? Yeah, I'm trying to... Like, I've got the Land Raiders, and I would like to get those ready for when we get Codex. Because I just love the Land Raiders, and I haven't finished mine. After that, though, I'm not sure what I want to get for them. I'd probably go more Primaris stuff. Just because they'll get more updates and things than the older stuff would. So I'd probably start with the Primaris stuff. I got paint all over... Hold on, chat. Got paint all over myself. Yeah, welcome to the Alphabet Mafia. Yep, we have good snacks. If you decide that that fits you, we're happy to have you. I was bummed to find Primaris can't ride into the Rhinos, because I don't like the hover El Camino they have now. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, is deciding if you want to go with the new Primaris stuff, if you want to rock the older stuff. I just feel like there's going to be a point where the old stuff's not going to get the same support, so like I've been moving all my stuff to more Primaris. Like I straight up got rid of my Long Fangs, swapped them out for like Hellblasters and stuff. They're just not going to get the same love, so I hopped over. Been pondering converting Impulsors into Vindicators. But in my mind, finding mess-up shells would yeet the repulsor-filled vehicles back a lot. Yeah, lots of... I dropped the brush. Lots of decisions to make. Did you have to have Grey Hunters, Bloodclaws, and Wolfguard? Nope, they're gone. I do have... So basically I have some of the Mark III Marines that I've got as just regular troop guys. Everything else I've basically moved over, or I treat them as those. Like, I run them as that, but I don't actually have the models anymore. I got really tired of painting Firstborn. So I yeeted them. They're gone now. And they're gone now. So paint puzzles, I'm 100% Primaris except for the Land Raider. Didn't know how else to carry so many Gravis troops. Yeah. Plus, Land Raiders are just cool. In my opinion. They're just neat. Even if they haven't been great, they're still cool. But then the GW might kill off Vindicators, yeah. Hope they don't get Legend drop pods too, or make a new bigger one. I think that's just the thing for moving over Primaris, is like, how long do they keep the Firstborn stuff? I think they'll keep them for a bit, but are they going to get all the cool new rules and stuff? No, probably not. Just going to feel further and further behind. Nikki yeeted her banana for cultural heritage. Okay, I can still get them from Forge World. I can still get some. Otherwise, yeah. Get out of here. Get out of here. I still have some of the old troops. We'll keep my long fangs till they're truly gone. 5 Lyskins and a 6-man squad is still too good, yeah. I don't know. Going back to work on the Firstborn too, I just don't want to do it. I don't like how small they are. I don't like all the extra just shit they have on them. I don't like all the extra teeth and stuff they put on them. So I went Primaris, and they're nice and clean, and I like them like that. You don't have to shelf the Firstborn, they'll experience. Mine are in the dumpster, so. They're gone. Do Primaris even get cool rules? Reavers exist. They at least will get updated stuff, you know? They'll at least get updated. But yeah, my Firstborn are in the trash. You need Astraeus? Yes. Yes, you do. Hey, Z-Decker, welcome in. How are you? A lot of mixed feelings about Primaris since picking up Warhammer lore, etc. Are they really that divisive? Or you've seen lots of mixed feelings, sorry. I think initially, yeah. You're always going to have the people who just don't want to replace their army. When Primaris are kind of getting the love and the new models and stuff. Like, that is the direction they're going. I don't think as much anymore. I think people kind of understand that more of the old stuff is going to get into Legends, and you're not going to be able to play them in tournaments, so just a matter of when you want to update your stuff, or if you just want to keep them and play with friends. Lore-wise, the introduction was kind of whack, yeah. They could have just said we're upscaling minis, yeah. But what about Wolves, Wolfie, and Wolf? I won't even ask Scott to build it. I wonder if it'll fit in an extra large case. I'm sure, yeah. Considering everything we've got in your current ones. I'm sure it could. Sounds, was that Morkai? The wolf version of Reavers. Pretty nasty against Psychers. I'm still never gonna take. Not gonna lie, Slam said to check my DMs and there's nothing there. Said Gilliman kind of forgot about this legion of upgraded Space Marines for 10k years. The models are nice. I like painting Primaris. They have, like, the new scale is very nice to paint. And I like that they don't have as much shit on them. Like, they're pretty clean. They're a bit larger. They're, like, batch painting troops. Like, it's pretty nice to have the Primaris. I've liked the new ones that we worked on for Alive and Madness. They're very nice. The new Terminators are nice. They feel good at that scale. Primaris units are kind of vanilla. Compare Firstborn Devastators to Desolation Marines. One's a unit can be able to be a ton of different ways to fulfill different roles. The other has set weapons. Yeah, I don't know. I'm okay updating all my stuff. Because I know that they're gonna get phased out eventually. So, like, I would rather do that myself than get to the point of now I can't play any of my stuff because it's all in Legends or whatever else. Sorry. Couldn't find my paint. There. I can see a new drop pod soon. Too big of Space Marine lore. Wish there's more Gravis options. Desolation Marines are the guys with the... Yes. I actually... Hold on. Hold on, chat. Look at these things. So they're shiny because I had to use Army Painter, which I still hate Army Painter. They're gonna get a matte coat before I work on them. But look at these things. Look at these guns. They're so ridiculous. I don't know if I like them or not because they're just... So these are for Scorch Panda. We're gonna do them for March for McCraig, sorry. But look at them. They're the first time I've seen them in person, and they're ridiculous. So we'll have some to work on here next month. I was getting them airbrushed and ready to go. Also, I hate Army Painter. Now I've gotta clear coat all those. Panda does have ultras, yep. So we're gonna do those. We also have some Centurions we're gonna work on. But that'll be next week. For March. So stupid they gave indirect weapons on an entire squad, along with the normal missiles. They're just so silly looking. That was my first time to actually get to see them. They were sure cheaper and the big missiles were less punchy. Almost a quarter of the way through the year. How are we doing? I'm gonna ask. February challenge. How are we feeling, chat? Who's working on goodies? I finished up mine and got photos yesterday, so my Pterodon riders are up. If you'd like to see them, they're also on my socials. You guys don't mind giving them a like, comment, all that good stuff. Helps me out. I thought you were gonna pull an Elmo and ask how everyone was and just get inundated with that. Poor Elmo. Did not know what he was getting into. No. Not here. I'm not strong like Elmo. Worst Friday, yeah. Yeah, we're almost to March. 200 points for 5 of them is high. Way too high for the frag launcher version. I want a reason to use them. Can I shoot Slam for pointing out how fast this year is going? You can try. I definitely had that moment with Adepticon coming up where it's like, oh shit, that's now. I need to get that ready now. When I don't think I had realized it. There's a lot of stuff I've still got to get ready. Alright, I'm going to do one more wash on all of these silver before we start highlighting any of that. We did an on oil. I like to do Seraphim Sepia separately, so it has more of the brown. Let's get that out real quick. Where is Seraphim? Do I already have it out? I didn't think so. Master Granite. Agrax. Where'd it go? There it is. We're closer to a 6th than a 4th. You're a sig. Wow. Sick burn in the chat. Got him. Alright, let's watch this metallic. Oh, that's a new pop. I don't know where the other one is then. Oh well. Oh well. No. How could you let that happen? Today for Dune 2? Yeah, we were talking about that. I didn't realize it was this weekend. I will watch it at some point. I do want to see it. We're just really bad with movies. We don't tend to see a lot of things in theaters. It's not our thing. Too expansive. For the most of it. There we go. Who's everyone excited for Dune? We'll see it at some point. We like the first one, so. Alright. Some more of our washes. Will's will dry. Let's actually get his little teeth too while we're here. I know we're hopping around a lot today, chat. Sorry. Like I said, today wasn't really planned. It was just Scott was sweet and let me paint him. We've got Chaos Nights tomorrow and Power Wash Sim. We're hopping around as I figure things out. 3-hour-long movie, I don't think I'll go to the theater. I like having my snacks. Getting to pause it whenever I need to. I was never really a big theater person. Like, even growing up, we didn't go like a whole lot. We would go for a movie every now and then. I don't know, we never made it like a big thing. Where is my other paint? There. Really like going to the cinema? I'm saying my best friend here loves going, and she'll go by herself, like, all the time. As like a little treat to herself. I don't know. Since having a kid, if I sit in a dark room for more than 5 minutes, I will fall asleep. Now I'm bumping my camera. Sorry, today it's just scuff chat. I was trying to get paint out of the way and then I bumped my camera. Today's just scuff. I'm sorry. We're surviving today. I like going. It's the only time I'll treat myself to popcorn. Nothing beats movie theater popcorn. When we do go, there is, I don't know if you guys have these, where you can have, like, drinks and stuff. So Alamo Draft House. It's a little bit of a drive for us, but I do like to go there. And then I'll have, like, they have, like, a bottomless bowl of popcorn. I'll get that, and, like, the special snacks and stuff. That's kind of nice, but it's definitely pricey by the time you're getting the, like, fancier food and stuff. There was one that used to just employ all the teenagers from local secondary schools. You could take in your own snacks because they never bothered to stop you. I just took a whole pizza box in with me. I've snuck in a lot of stuff at theaters. I haven't done some of the, like, crazier things. Like, some people are sneaking in, like, whole chickens and shit. I've never done that. But yeah, I'll go get a box of candy at the grocery store and, like, take that in. I feel like one time we shared on stream, like, the craziest thing people have brought in. I think some people were sharing, like, they brought burgers and stuff. I don't think I could do that, but drinks and stuff? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cinema chicken. The guitar player in a band I made in high school was an assistant manager at our theater. We did whatever we wanted. I used to love going to the theater. COVID killed it for me. Now I'll just wait on demand. Yeah. The one thing that was cool is during COVID, Scott's, like, work team decided they were doing it where you could, like, rent out the theater. So it was like everyone could sit far apart and, like, still watch a movie. We did that, and that was kind of cool. I think it wasn't even that, like, expensive, but it was something they were doing during COVID. That was kind of neat. I would do that again. I have to work in 6 hours, and yet I cannot sleep. Oh well. Do you have anything special that you try to, like, get to sleep when you need to? Chat, do you have anything that you do when you need to sleep? Movie theater staff. It's 110. That person's wearing a puff jacket? Totally normal. Normally during Nikki's stream, I drift off to sleep, listening to her laughing with chat. We got y'all riled up with the Ludba, sorry. Sorry. We weren't in sleeping chat today. Our bad. I've definitely taken in several Coke cans at once. Do you do your stretches first? Do you start taking drugs? Well, you know, the ones that help you sleep, maybe. Yeah. I mean, if it's an ongoing thing, I think maybe finding a routine or something might be a good shout. I don't think humans are meant to work in life-death situations overnight forever. No, absolutely not. You're in a very special case there with what you're doing. I wish I had more advice. I have Not had to do that. Or I just do the I don't sleep for a while thing. And then I crash one day. But with your schedule, you don't get to do that. Unfortunately. That's usually my approach, is I just keep going until my body's like, haha, you can't anymore. And then you crash. Hey, Incredible Jerry, welcome in. Well, I think the nice part about being artistic is it all is just trying it. If you are interested in trying, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to help. But welcome on in. What are you up to today? So much of it is just trying it out. Getting used to muscle memory. Figuring out colors. Before this, I was a data analyst, and now I do this full time. So that is the nice part about the hobby. But welcome in. I worked night shift in ICU for 5 years. Shit took years off my life. I can imagine. Yeah, you're the same person. Been on day shift for 4 years. I still drink 5 Diet Cokes a day. I just Googled around renting at a theater. The prices aren't actually crazy. They seem to cap you at 20 guests. It was cool when we did it. I like that. Just having our own little place. Get to spread out and get the whole theater to yourself. That was nice. Hem's daddy Will Ludbardus is the dark side of Absolute Will. Now I know Veritable Quandary is the future version of Will. The fragments are growing. We were finding more fragments today. My goodness. The deep lore. It builds. I'm a former ER medic, turned night RN ICU for 2 years, yeah? As the Incredible Jerry's lying down, questioning if I'm actually gonna do my school stuff. Are you feeling the Mondays with me today? I also just don't want to do anything today. It's a miracle I got this stream started today. I feel that. Well, I hope it gets done when it needs to get done. But if you need the break, take the break. I wish he grew up to be a doctor. He's currently chewing a banana peel. Future doctor. Yeah. I've watched Steins Gate. I know what happens if we keep messing with Will's timeline too much. I, for one, am here for it. Oh, you're gonna make me replay Steins Gate. So good. I guys find a Twitch stream that's, how do I say it? In friendly terms? Oh. Oh. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We are, so for anyone who may be new, we work on a lot of miniatures. I really like Warhammer, so that's what we're working on today. I also like to work on, let me show you what else I got. So this guy, if you're not familiar with this miniature, he's in sub-assemblies, so we will piece him together a bit later. So his head will go there. And he's got this giant cloak that will fit on a bit later. So he's in pieces because it makes it easier to paint. So that's where he's at right now. He's also got this massive cloak that I'm going to airbrush later. That will also be the same color up front. So that's what we're working on today. Yesterday, we were working on more of a display piece. So I've got this lovely lady here. She's also got these badass wings behind her that we were working on a bit. So there's one. And then she's got this really cool glaive out in front of her, which I'm kind of in love with. I need to redo the blade. I don't like how that turned out, but that'll go in front. Creepy mini warning. I also love Kingdom Death, which is a horror board game. And this is one of the bosses from it. This is Gorm. He's our special baby boy. And he needs basing. So that's a little bit of everything here that I'm working on. But yeah, welcome in. That's always like is it the Vex that have the headpieces like that? Why? I used to play Destiny way back. I played a lot of 1, and then 2 at launch was not great, so I kind of dropped it then. I know that they've done a lot of work since, but used to play Destiny. Where's the hour redeem? I have to fix it, Airbright. I killed off the system that used to use it. But with the new bot, we can do a lot more stuff. So. Let me catch up here. Not revealing? That's fair. That's fair. If that's not your jam, I totally understand. Gorm is love. We love Gorm. Vex the silver gold, yeah. I still love playing, because I have friends who still do, yeah. We used to have a group, but we would be on like every night, and it was so much fun, and I miss those nights a lot. It was fun to just run around and find things to do together. Okay, what time is it? Okay, we still got plenty of time. What do we want to work on next, chat? I feel like working the skin is the biggest thing for today. I know it looks a little funky because we're not working on the cloth and stuff, but I feel like that's kind of the big goal for today. So let's just keep working on it, even if it's not the most exciting. We want Al. Yeah, it just takes time to set up. I've been working on YouTube stuff instead. I saw you guys were talking tomatoes. Okay, vine-ripened beefsteak, tomato slice, thick, bacon, mayo, avocado, toasted sourdough. That sounds really good. I'm not even, like, huge on tomatoes, but that sounds really good. With some bacon, I'd eat it. You love me some bacon. Let's see, I've started playing D&D with some buddies. Now I'm all in. Writing an incredible campaign. Very cool. What type of campaign have you got? We are playing in Curse of Strahd right now. We're trying to finish up Curse of Strahd. We've got, I guess, a handful of sessions, depending on how long it takes us to kind of wrap things up. So I've got a Arcane Trickster Rogue that I'm also dipping into Fighter with that I'm playing. We also have an Artificer. We've got a Ranger and a Druid. We've been doing pretty well. We've survived so far. That's a lot of unnecessary on that sandwich. Bacon and sourdough are fine. Drop the tomato, mayo, avocado for turkey and provolone. I would eat both of those sandwiches, but I still want the mayo and the tomato. Hey, Blind Cow, it is a little bit cursed sub-assembly. A little bit. How are you? Sly, finishing up work. Well done. Here's where Ushoran is so far. He's definitely in a weird spot as we keep working on skin tones here. Definitely in a weird spot. Once we get more of it together, I'll feel better. For now, he's just gonna look weird. Head out, Earbray. Have a good one. We'll see you later. Bye-bye for now. This boy is in lots of pieces, but he's coming along. Coming along. I'm gonna go actually do school stuff. I'll be back. Sounds good. Knock out that school stuff. We will see you later. Hope it goes well. We will do the Monday things. We'll crush it. Let's go. His hot sandwich takes. That's how you summon him. Yep. Yep. Some sourdough does sound real good, though. I think we're almost out of ours. It's like the one bread I can have with my celiacs. I can do sourdough. It's pretty good. I was pleased to get the steel helms done. That's 40 in total. Some cannons up next. You must be so glad to have all those done. I can only imagine. I'm getting 40 of them ready. Goodness. Lunch break coming to an end, so spilled paint pot. Gonna jump into meetings with legal and compliance. That's equal to the fun I have building Malibu. Thanks for the stream and chat. Have a good one. I hope meetings go well, even if they're not so fun. We'll catch you later, spilled paint pot. Bye-bye for now. What does everyone else have planned for the rest of the day? I know we've got a little bit of time still together, but anything else fun today, chat? I'll watch Scott with his Zoom stream tonight. I've got to film, I think, 2 more things for the Piccolo video. I need, like, the final wrap-up. And then, like, my last B-roll thing I wanted to record. I'll do that probably right after stream while I'm still somewhat cutesied up before I go work out and get all sweaty. I still have 10 of the mounted dudes to do, plus the Manticore lady, and I'm genuinely nervous. You got this. No. You're crushing that army. You got this. I believe, Sly. It's gonna be great. Living that 12-hour shift life. 9 hours to go. My goodness. That was a long day. This mine's got work. Guild Wars 2. Last day before the new patch. I can finally make my legendary armor. And then the next grind begins, I'm sure. We about to get real weird or quiet. The best way to find out. We all get a front row seat. It says I've got a strength class at the gym. Gonna get them gains. More kill team kit bashing. Love it. Excited to see the rest of the kill team. Oh boy, what a week, huh? Right? Not even, it's only Wednesday. We're at only Monday. But what if I don't got it? I think this before every model I paint. Yeah, but like, we saw your Cavalier Marshal. We see your steel helms. We believe. We believe. It's gonna be great, Sly. If you have any questions, you let us know. You do got this, see? Matt's here too. You do got it. So far, shifts were great when I only worked 3 or 4 of them in a week. Now I'm dying. I'm trying to remember. Did you sign up for more of them, Will? Is this a case of maybe we step back a little bit? Or do we not have a choice in the matter? Refresh my memory. Yeah, but you know how it works. You squash the voice. Yeah. I totally know how that works. I get it. I did 11 hours of World vs. World on Saturday for stupid skirmish tickets so I can make my second legendary ring. Then I've got to do it again this Saturday. Bad news for the Scorpions. Oh, wasted mind. I don't get it, but if you enjoy it, cool. But also the Scorpions. The cells have no mouths, but they must scream. And scream they do. Here in the chat. And scream they do. Or will. Yeah, when the drugs kick in here, it's gonna be real interesting. I'm glad we still have about an hour left to see how this goes. I'm glad we still have some time together to see. At least he doesn't have the weird teeth emote anymore. Not today. Not yet. Oh, I'm sad about... I see. Gotcha. We will not have the teeth. So I need to make a teeth emote, is what you're telling me. I think I did okay with the loading emote, but if we can get a teeth emote, then we're in business. Okay. Good to know. Will the teeth be flaccid? So gross to think of it. Why do you bring this up? Why? Will can't come on the phone right now. He's currently lost in the sauce. No teeth. Not after we talked about yesterday. Yeah, maybe it's for the best. He doesn't have it anymore. Maybe it's for the best. All right. Let's do like one more final highlight for that skin because I know Scott works up to Ulthuan. I haven't done any Ulthuan yet. I had to cut all emotes up for Jesse Cox because apparently he had a one-time sub. Either that or it's glitched. That's interesting. I don't know. Not heard of that. Maybe it's just on grace period or something. New baby with Nikki emotes. Wasted mine gave me cursed bow wave knowledge. Well, I'll work on it, Will. I have a whole list of emotes that we have talked about. Like, as a chat. That once Piccolo video is up, I can get back to. I keep saying video. He's actually like 5 videos is why it's the only thing on my brain right now. It's a lot of editing. I was in stream for 20 seconds. Heard a sentence so cursed, even the hat man over there in the corner of my room doesn't want me to repeat it. Oh yes, the hat man in the corner. Yep. You'd be very thankful for Nikki's stream. Well, we're thankful for you, Will. I'm glad you can still power up and everything with us. Thank you, everyone, for coming to hang out with us today. I appreciate it. I know Ushoran's in a very weird state right now, so thank you for hanging out, watching progress. We'll be working on Chaos Nights tomorrow, and then we're going to power wash some. We're going to do the new 40k DLC. If you guys want to check out the new DLC with us, that'll be about this time tomorrow. Is actually when it goes up on Steam. So as soon as it's up and I can get it downloaded, we'll hop over. I think it'll have co-op. The other free DLCs had co-op. So if a sub would like to join, I won't be set up for voice, but if you want to come power wash with me, we'll set that up for subs. But that'll be tomorrow. And then we do have a Wednesday stream. We're going to do a cozy game stream on Wednesday, and I'll tell you more about that then. So we do have Wednesday stream this week. By this time tomorrow, I'll be 34. It's birthday stream. Birthday. Happy early birthday. What all do you have planned for birthday? Do you have anything special? Obviously, besides power washing. Wednesday will be here, not on the YouTubes. I'm gonna see how, I guess I should ask chat, because it is a sponsored thing. I thought it would be better here. But we could do YouTube. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to hop over to YouTube? You guys want to stay right here? I will say that if you like Wednesday streams and you want to keep Wednesday streams, make sure to be here for Wednesday stream. It's hard for me to gauge interest and schedules. Unless people are here when they want to be here for Wednesday streams. If you like Wednesday streams, make sure you're here. For practice times, I've had the fastest lap, by about 4 to 5 tenths. Plus Monday magic. You never know. I have to go sit at McDonald's with my ex-wife and children. Tuesday is her night a week. Oh, okay. Well, I hope that it goes well. Doesn't Twitch allow multi-streams now? It does. I think for like this size stream, it's not really worth it. Just because like I haven't built a YouTube audience as much. If we get bigger, it may be worth it. But I think at this point, probably not worth it just yet. Because it's also another chat that I have to keep up and all of that. Forgot Simon Devil. We do have Simon Devil. You can fight with your... We do have Simon Devil. Yeah, does anyone else have preference? Twitch or YouTube for Wednesday stream? I feel like here's a better fit just because we have a code, but... These Benadryls be hitting right now. Excellent, yes. Yes. Excellent. I always prefer Twitch. Regardless, easier for you. I was gonna try here and see how it goes. Preference, you say? Because then we can upload it to YouTube, you know? One's on both. Alright, I don't want to work on skin anymore. I just don't want to. What do we need to do? Probably need to get some kind of wash on the fur. And I was trying to decide how much of this light green I want to bring to the fur. I feel like it does need a little bit of it. Go to YouTube so I can ban that. That's funny. I also prefer Twitch, but it's what we were talking about the other day, right? When we switched to games. Not everyone wants to watch games. It's just part of it. Every stream goes through it. It just sucks to see. So that's the only reason I ask. Nimki, I love you, chat, and you, Nimki. I've gone from Nokia to Nimki. I like it. Even the troll dolls? Oh my goodness. I love this. I love this. Yeah, Benadryl, because you can't be itchy if you're unconscious. Yep. That might be the sign. It's time to take a little break. I am in the bed even now. Good. Okay. Okay. This is good to know. I like Nimki. I'm gonna keep that. Alright. I'm doing it. I'm adding some green to it. As a shade. Take that, Scott. Now you've got dark sea blue in your army. One army at a time. I'm just gonna take over. Dark sea blue. He stuck it up his nose for fast rep, and maybe sitting like a truck, which is good because we need the sleeps. Oh, I hope when it's time to get back up that's okay. I hope this isn't a NyQuil situation, you know. I hope we're okay when it's time to, you know, actually go to work. Uh-oh, what have we done, chat? Uh-oh. Look at this. Isn't it neat? Oh, almost forgot to set the alarm. Okay, I'm glad I said something. Yeah, set the alarm. And then sleep. Right, journal. I wish drugs affected me that quickly. Medicine, I mean. I wish they hit me like a truck like that. Thank you, Nimki and Strum. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, hope everything's okay when you wake back up. Make sure you get AM, PM correct. I goofed that up one day. You get that right? Take an extra second here. Double check it. Your job is important to wake up for. Alright. I'm not doing all over, but like the big shaded areas, we're just smushing in. Nimki. Nimki and Gorm, ready to take over the world. Me and Simon Shrug emote, it is on the list, yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I need to get a couple of videos up and then I'm just gonna go ham on emotes. The hard part is I have to animate them all, because that's what we have slots for. So it just takes longer. Since I'm teaching myself to draw and then also to animate. But that's what we keep getting, so. It was set for AM. Would have lost job. No more work, but homeless Will is worse than Hatman Will. I am glad you got it fixed. Now we're good to go. We have the right time of day. We have the alarm set. Good to go. Yeah, this Benadryl ain't doing anything. 5 minutes later. Thank you, Nimki Strip. Oh, oh no. We're definitely doing a mix with that. Oh no. We've got Nickelback now. Oh no. This is far more interesting than me just shading fur. Thank you. I don't even know what's happening anymore. It's just fun to watch. No, it's just fun to watch. Stupid phone ruined. Alright, I think we have the shading. We're gonna let that dry before we attack that. I also need to find some of the browns, because I think I probably need to replace a couple of mine that have dried up. Because Games Workshop paint pot. Which means I need to look up the Vallejo equivalent and order those, is what I need to do. Today. Match me, Will 2024. You can get some sweet twist tops with me. Just because we're not working on a lion today doesn't mean I'm gonna forget. You're right, though. I could see what they've got. It would be like Gorthor brown, Baneblade brown, those types of browns. I need to probably look at what Vallejo's got, because I have a feeling they could have a pretty good replacement. Easy replacement. How did your phone Greg save to smash? Just how often he uses it. Why is my lion pink exactly? Because twist tops. That's why. That's why. The phone also took Benadryl. There we go. I mean, if we all do, then we can communicate with Will. We all just take the Benadryl. Alright. There's that. I'll save the cloth up front for when we do the big robe. I mean, I guess we need to paint whatever this is. Let's take a look. First glance, it looked like it was all metallic, and that was just like a lot. And I was trying to figure out if I want to break that up. Let's take another look at it. Do we have another photo, G-dubs? It looks like it's all metallic. They don't have like a close-up shot of it. Just the really awful 3D. I mean, that works. It'll obviously have highlights and stuff, but let's just dive in then. Just do it. Metallics it is. I accidentally said Steam to big picture mode, and I thought it was the world ending. Also took me a long time to figure out how to revert the change, and I was very scared. I feel like I had the same, like, when they were rolling it out, and it was just like, it defaulted it to, for some reason. And I remember the same panic of like, how the heck do I get back to my stuff? My thumbs are larger than quarters. Small phone screen, that easy thumb. I'm sorry, Will. I like the typos. That's how I have a very busty day instead of a busy day. They just make me laugh. I did not know what to do. I'm glad it's back now. But yeah, I think I've had that same panic before. Phoenix, hello, how are you? What you up to today? We are working on Ushoran. This is actually for Scott's army. It was the right things in all the wrong places. They're just nothing's where it should be. I get it. It's just not right. That's not right. Alright. Well, that's painted. I have to let that dry. When you're painting Kingdom Death, it can be a very busty day. It's true. It's true, it's true. When we work on the pinup the Confurioso has picked out for us, it'll be a very busty day. I'm so glad Broso has blessed us with another pinup. Lydia got in from errands after work. The planet makes me want to murder people. Ah, one of those days. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's, that's a good reason. That's why I stay inside a lot. I actually really need to go to the post office, and I have put it off a little bit, and that's bad. I need to do it. But for roughly that reason, yeah, I just don't want to go out unless I absolutely have to. I am sorry it's one of those days. Do you get to relax here tonight? Some of us have real jobs. You guys seen any of the Twitter around that? Alright. So we got that. We've got... Cloak is still drying. I somehow got paint on me. That's cool. Hassan Big Dummy? No. Hassan right. Hassan right. Okay. I feel that way every time people are on the road. Yeah, on the weekends, we try to get like all of our stuff done before like a lot of people are out for the day, because it just, the level of dumb just goes up the longer you're out with like driving and stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I want to work on next. I'd really like to do more of the cloak. Maybe if we start base coating, because he's got like, actually like some of the like, critter heads in here. There's like the Vargeist and stuff. There's also like, you know, human faces and skulls and stuff in here. Maybe we start base coating some of that. Let's see, I got my 3D printed salamander heads and the shoulder pads. So I'm gonna be faffing around with that. Nice. I'm excited to see them all together. The grocery store's open like no one's there at 10 p.m. When I still worked for part-time, I would go like in the morning. It was just like me and the seniors. It was the best. Me and the seniors in the grocery store. But yeah, it's now the thought of having to do that during like peak times or on the weekend, but oh, you missed 24-hour grocery stores. Going at 3 a.m. was awesome. Yeah, that was. Now I just have it for delivery, which is the best. Saves me a heck of a lot of time. And again, I don't have to mess with people. Oh, sorry. This will be Vargulfs, not Vargeist. Sorry. Sorry. I'm only painting your model for you. Oh. My bad. He's our spirit animal. Mine's open till midnight. I go late unless I want something from the deli. I don't know how late ours is open. I feel like 10 or 11 is when like the cashiers are kind of done for that. Like it goes to just the self-checkout stuff. I don't know when they actually like close though. I don't think they really do. Like I think you can still get in to get like emergency stuff. Self-checkouts are a good invention, yeah. They're pretty great. There's a lot of heads in here. I didn't even notice there's like an orc head in here. There's another skull. Some of us will get hit with the highlights and things, and that's okay, because that'll hide them a little bit more. So I don't mind doing this step at this point. There's a lot of heads in here. There's a lot of stuff to paint here. It's feeling very Kingdom Death right now. All these little heads to paint. I guess I need to figure out, he's got like these, I guess it's the actual skin, the hide. I gotta figure out what color we want to do for that. Unfortunately, getting the 360 on mobile is not great. Let me see what I can do here. Yeah, that's gonna have to wait. This website. Just... Okay, what else can we work on? The website sucks. Everything sucks. Yeah, I'm trying to like rotate it to kind of get an idea of what we're working with here, and it's just not cooperating with me. So I'm gonna wait. That's okay. This little bit of hair also looks like it's a different color. Looks more black to me. Which I guess we can do that. Let's steal this from the glaive. We'll stick it on there. Bloop. We'll get that to our matte black. CFO said it was a great success. Everyone else stayed quiet in public forums anyway. I hate the new Warhammer website. I also, every time I try to get a reference image, I start to type in Games Workshop instead, because my like autofill, if I do Warhammer, it goes to Warhammer Community. And Games Workshop would take me to the web store. So every single time I type in the wrong thing. Having to unlearn how many years of going to Games Workshop. Alright, this is just a base coat, so we're gonna be really, really sloppy with it. Trying to support the team. Oh, that made it? Oh no. Your all rename was bad? Like, I get that they want it all under Warhammer. I really do. But I am having to relearn that. Like, I can't remember where in the world I'm located. Have to select the country every time. Yep. Yep. I guess the flip side is what it used to do, right? Where I just throw you in a random country. Today I'm in Australia. Today I'm in Poland. Why not? That's the flip side. Where does this goblet thing go? Is it on the base? Where is this? Is it on him? I would check the rotatey thingy, but I can't. I'll go to Games Workshop until the redirect broke. Oh, yeah. Did it used to redirect? I don't even remember. What all is on your bling here? They took away... So it's there, but it's really awful on mobile. So I'll do some of that here off stream. Like, it's really bad to use on mobile. I'm just trying to pick, like, a couple more things we can do together before I wrap up for today. And... it's making it difficult. Mostly because I want to find the browns I want to use. Like I said, mine have kind of dried up, so I need to find something that'll work for him. Before we dive too much more into the cloak and into some of these highlights. Oh, it still redirects. Okay. The amount of things that are trash on mobile in the year 2024 is still too high. Yeah, you'd think they'd get some of it figured out. You'd think. It may just be a good time to wrap up. Or it's a little early. I should dig through my drawers, might have some. Yeah, I just kind of want to find some replacements for a couple of them. Because, like, they keep drying up on me and it's making me crazy. And, like, I feel like it's colors that shouldn't. So it's like Gorthar brown, Baneblade brown. Like, those shouldn't be having trouble the way that, like, the whites and stuff have. I don't know why they are. So I kind of want to just replace them. I think just in general, I want to replace more of my... Like, I'll keep the Games Workshop for, like, specific armies. So, like, obviously I'll keep the Imperial Fist colors, the Salamander colors. But, like, more of the other colors. Swap to Vallejo. Or Monument, depending on which one has a better option. amount of things that are trash on desktop is more frustrating in my opinion. I'm trying to think what... I think the Games Workshop, I would actually... trying to think what's better on desktop or on mobile. I guess other than the 360s being a pain in the ass on a touchscreen. It does seem a little easier on mobile. I still hate it. I still hate the website. I think it's a little easier on mobile. It definitely seems designed for mobile. I'm using my web browser and I remove the M at the front of your URL. Don't direct me back to the mobile site I'm trying to get away from. That's true. Alright, gotta wash on that, but it's gonna have to dry. I didn't want to end early, but I think it's probably the best thing to do at this point. Got some interesting insight into the Jota website today. It turns out, let's get the tea from a slide and then we'll wrap up. The website doesn't talk to the stock system. Then how do you know if something's in stock? Of course it doesn't. That means someone has to manually update it a few times per week. There isn't a central stock system. This is explaining a lot. Yeah. This is explaining a lot. Imagine having an automated inventory system in 2020. Yeah. Can you imagine that's your job? Is to update the Games Workshop stock a couple times a week. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Scott. That's why you're getting the email something's back in stock when it's not, because they don't actually know. Wait, Paint It So, was that your job? Were you manually update stock? Oh no. Oh, they'll talk about it. Since the new website is launched, so much has gone out of stock for a few days per week. But they can't have more than 2,000 limited editions. They can't manually keep track of all of them, right? As an IT support, I had a good overview of everything. I'm sorry. Intern number 23 needs a job as well. I guess so, Band of Goblins. Welcome in. How are you? It's literally somebody's job to type in the amount. Which means it's someone else's job to, like, have the correct count, right? In my head, there's just this poor person that has to go into the warehouse and count everything and write it all down to take it to the next person to type it into the computer. I feel like this is how the old world became a thing. I think so. I think this is explaining a lot. Yeah. So arguing that old world releases are stuff they found in a forgotten warehouse. It's because that one guy that's having to count all of the stock and take it to the computer. He just, like, turned a right one day instead of a left and found old world. Yeah. Yeah. Should we tag Paint It So on the Discord every day to find out if there's stock? Yeah, we just found a load of Bretonians and Tomb Kings at the bottom line of 12. That's what you do, Reaper? That's your entire job, is counting inventory. Like, I don't want to knock on anyone's job, but I feel like there has to be an easier way to do some of this. Like, we have the technology. I love that that's what is happening. Maybe the boatload of Indominus they made is somewhere to be rediscovered in 2026. They're like, oh, back from the past, out of the vault, made to order. Oh, my goodness. Well, all I can think of is, like, the... I just lost my Top Gear. Like, on that bombshell. I think I'm gonna wrap up and get some lunch. Made to order, you just blow the dust off of it, right? I can't wait to tell my brother this, who works for a major home improvement online retailer. This is... Yeah, Games Workshop and Hobby Lobby. Same stock inventory system. Well, that makes a lot of sense. And I think I'm gonna go mull that over for a little bit. Internal screaming. All right, chat. I wasn't planning on ending early, but we're kind of at a good point to do so. So I want to figure out the browns. Because today was kind of oh, I have that I can work on day. I just don't have the paints. This will eventually go here, though. I can show you for those not familiar with the mini. Eventually it fits somewhere. There it is. I never get it lined up the right first time. This hair is drying. Will fit here. And then his little face will go burp. That is the noise of Ushoran. Burp. And then we'll get the giant robe also airbrushed. So that is to come as well as his base. So he's coming along. But yeah, for a last minute, what do I work on project? I'm happy with today's progress. Tomorrow we're back to plan. So tomorrow is going to be Chaos Nights. We have some stompy Chaos Nights that we need to work on. We are going to work on them until Power Wash Sim 40K DLC is on Steam. So once that is up, we will download it and we will power wash some stuff. I said this earlier. If it has the co-op like the other ones do, I will open that up to subs, and as many people as we can get into co-op, we'll do that. I think that would be fun. So if you're a sub and you're around for some power washing, we'll try to set that up. But again, I don't have the details. So if it's available, we'll do it. Otherwise, I'll just power wash by myself. But yeah, that'll be tomorrow. We're gaming. We're also gaming on Wednesday. Oh, it's a base game feature. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was on like everything or... Okay, so we'll get that figured out tomorrow. If you're a sub and want to join, I won't have voice set up for it, but we can power wash some stuff. Wednesday, we have a cozy game stream, so get your coffee and get ready for something cozy on Wednesday. That'll be here on Twitch. So that's what we've got for the rest of this week. If you guys want to stay in the loop, there are my socials. My Seraphon are posted today. We have our Discord, which is where I do go lives. You can share what you're working on, all that good stuff. YouTube, I'm working on my next video, so you can catch it there. You can catch the January challenge there as well. Thank you, Slam, for hanging out. Thank you, everyone, for coming to spend a part of your Monday with us. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to take a look at who is on. We'll raid over to someone. But thank you so much for the support. I'll see you tomorrow for some painting and gaming. Bye-byes. Until then, bye.